Hi everyone, so in this video we are going to be talking about systems of linear equalities. So systems of linear inequalities are going to be graphed very similarly to whenever we were just graphing an inequality. The difference is now we are going to be graphing two different inequalities, and our final shaded region is going to be wherever those two overlap. Okay, so let's go ahead and get started. So for example 5, we have y is greater than or equal to negative x plus 6, and y is less than or equal to 2x. So just to make it a little easier, I'm going to go ahead and color code these. So I'm going to graph the top one blue and the bottom one yellow. So let's start off with y equals negative x plus 6. So our slope is going to be negative 1 over 1, and our y-intercept is going to be 0, 6. So we're going to start up here at 6. Then we're going to go down 1 over 1 and put all of our points like that. Next, we can draw the line through it. And remember, since this one's greater than or equal to 2, we are going to draw a solid line. And then we are going to go ahead and shade. So this is where I really highly recommend using a couple different colors, or if you don't have multiple colors, make sure to draw this first part very lightly just so you can tell where they overlap in the end, because in the end we do want the overlap. So for this, I'm just going to use a couple highlighters. So it is greater than or equal to, which means we want to shade above this line. So above is going to be right up here. And so that's where I'm going to shade. All right, next up, we're going to go ahead and graph the second one as well. So if we think of it as y equals 2x, then that's going to give us a slope of 2 over 1 and a y-intercept of 0, 0. So we start right at the origin, and then we're going to go up 2 over 1, and again, solid line because it's less than or equal to, so let's go ahead and draw that. And then this one is less than or equal to, so it's going to be shading below that line. So below that line is going to be down here. So we're going to shade everything that's below that line. All right, now our final answer is going to be where they actually overlap. Luckily, if you are using two different colored highlighters, it makes it really easy because it actually changes color for you. You can actually see it turn green. But even if you don't have that, you can still tell where they are going to overlap if you just very lightly shade above this one, very lightly shade below that one, and you can still see it's that same region where both of the colors are. With that said though, I'm going to go ahead and put back my highlighter, and either way, just make sure that you make your final answer nice and noticeable. So I'm going to shade in that region even darker, just so we can really tell what the final answer is. All right, let's go ahead and do the same thing on number 6. So again, the top one I'm going to do blue, bottom one I'm going to do yellow. So y equals negative 1/2 x plus 4 will be the first one. That is a slope of negative 1/2 and a y-intercept of 0, 4. So we're going to start by going up 4. Then we go down 1 over 2 repeatedly, and that gets us our line. Go ahead and draw the solid line through it. Then once we have that line drawn, this one's less than or equal to, so we are going to shade everything below this line. Then we move on to the next one. So the next one, y equals 3/2 x plus 1. So our slope is 3/2. Our y-intercept is 0, 1. So we're going to start up 1 and then go up 3 over 2. Then we're going to go ahead and draw the line through that as well. Then let's go ahead and shade below. So below is going to be down here. And then again, we're just going to make our final answer a bit darker. It's wherever they overlap. In our case, since we use the colors, it's where the green is. So I'm just going to shade in this region a little darker, make sure that we know that that is our shaded region. All right, example 7. So same exact idea. We have y is greater than or equal to -3x plus 6, and x is less than or equal to 4. So again, top blue, bottom yellow. We're going to have y equals -3x plus 6 for our first one. So our slope is -3 over 1. Our y-intercept is 0, 6. So I'm going to start up 6. Then we go down 3 and over 1. Over and over. And put the solid line through that. This one's greater than or equal to, it means we're going to shade above. Again, just remember, if once it starts getting a little more vertical like that, you can't quite tell what's above, what's below. Just take any point, say this point, go straight up, and the region that you are pointing at, that's the region that's above it. All right, so that's the region that we're going to go ahead and shade. Then we'll do the same thing for the second line. So x equals 4. So remember, one of our variables is missing. This is another one of our special lines. So if it's x equals a number, that means it is going to be a vertical line. So we go over to x equals 4, put a point, then we can draw a vertical line straight down through this. So that's what we'll do. And then it wants everything below 4, right? Because usually less than or equal to means below. Well, these vertical lines are the one time that actually breaks down, because we can't have above or below a vertical line. So instead, if it's x is less than or equal to a number, or x is greater than or equal to a number, instead of thinking above or below, we're going to think about left or right. So this is just like interval notation. If it was x less than 4, you'd be shading to the left. So same idea here. The things that are less than x equals 4 are to the left of it. So we're going to shade everything to the left in this case. And once we have all of that shaded, again, we can see where our overlap is. So I'm going to take a darker color and I'm going to go ahead and just fill in that overlap. All right, last one. Same exact idea before. The only difference on this one is we do have greater than and less than, not greater than or equal to and less than or equal to. So keep in mind that that means we're going to be using dashed lines instead of solid lines whenever we graph them. Other than that, this one's going to go the exact same. So if we graph y equals negative 2x plus 5, that is going to have a slope of negative 2 over 1 and a y-intercept of 0, 5. So we're going to start up at 5, go down 2 over 1, over and over, and then let's draw the line through that. And again, I just made sure to draw it as a dashed line. It is greater than, so that still means above. So above is going to be this area up here. So we can go ahead and fill that in. Then we move on to our second one. So y equals 3x minus 1. That is going to be a slope of 3 over 1 and a y-intercept of 0, negative 1. So 0, negative 1 means down 1 is where we're going to start. And then 3 over 1 means we're going to go up 3, over 1. And then again, we can draw our line through it. Oops, that last one was not correct. Gotta go up 3. There we go. Draw a line through those now. All right, again, this one's going to be y is less than. So that means shade below. So that's what we'll do next. Just gonna shade below this yellow line. And then our final answer is wherever it happens to overlap, which is going to be this part. All right, and with that, that is all for graphing systems of linear inequalities. All right, and in the next video, we're going to take this a little further and we're going to start using this to solve some other problems. So I will see you in that video. Thank you.